All right. What? Like Ninja Dark. Ninja Dark. Shadows. What? That's weird. It's like what's controlling it? It was the bottle. Okay, so anyways, now that the bottle is like electrical, has electrical powers. Alright. So this is the story where we left off. With the jaguars. And the man on the mountain with the cold dead earth. This is part 3, by the way. I tried to finish it with my niece and I didn't get far. So the man on the mountain, he goes in front of the jaguars. And he says, Jaguars, thank you so much for killing the pelicans. And thank you so much for killing the people. So the jaguar said, thank you, dear Odin. I love you so much. So Odin said, now that you have tortured and killed all the people and all the pelicans, now I'm going to kill you. And the jaguar said, what? We were on your side. Why do you... And he killed them instantly. Before they even had time to finish their sentence. So now the jaguars died. They lay dead on the field, the plain, because they're in jaguar territory. Jaguars live on plains, I guess. Plains, like the plains of Africa. Dude, you just made it lighter again. Oh, it went dark again. Do that again. Wow, man, that's skills. So today we were in the tea store and we saw a tea called Throat Coat.
Throat coat. Not cutthroat. Throat coat.
Throat Coat. So, it was very funny. I took a photo. I might put it on Instagram, eh? So Odin, he kills all the jaguars. And now he is like king of land. And he says, now I kill everything. Now that the jaguars, the pelicans, and the people are dead, now we kill everything. So Odin goes around from clan to clan, from animal to animal, and kills all the animals, and kills all the clan. Nice. So now Odin, he says, I am the only person now on this earth, and it is not a cold dead earth, it is just an earth. And now I will raise a new thing. So Odin, he sacrifices his life for the earth that is no longer cold and dead. And he says, I will die and sacrifice myself into the ground, and I will be a tree. I will die, sacrifice my human form, and I will come back as a tree. So Odin, this is my niece's idea, by the way. Odin, he takes his sword out of his sheath and he slits his throat coat, slices his throat, and then all this blood pours out and coat throat, tea bags, and all this other stuff, black tea that you cannot find in stores, and all this stuff like comes pouring out of his body, and he's like, why, Father, have you forsaken me? Which is from the New Testament for all you Jesus clans out there. You know that when Jesus was on the cross, and Bible historians have been thinking about why he said this for thousands of years, over 2,000 years now. They're like, why did Jesus say, like, why, Father, have you forsaken me, when he was on the cross being sacrificed? Because he knew why he was there. And the biblical historians say that in that moment when he said, why, Father, have you forsaken me? He went from the form of being God, or the Son of God, or the form of God, to being a human for about 10 seconds when he said that. And then after he said that, he returned back from human form to God form, the Son of God, or God. At least that's what the biblical historians can make from it. So Odin cuts his throat, and tea and blood and everything pours out. And he says, Father, why have you forsaken me? And then his blood and all the tea and everything in his body, all the minerals, the soil, the kale, the oranges, the orange peels, the paint, goes seeping into the ground. And soon as all of the blood and all things go into the ground, you are going to scare the people. They don't like scary faces, like intense faces. And all of a sudden, the blood seeps into the soil, and out comes this gigantic tree. And everyone standing around, which was nobody because he killed everybody. The tree, all of a sudden, it grows its first flower. And then out of the center of the tree, there is a hole. And out of the hole, a new life form crawls out of the tree. And it is the new creation on the earth. You know, my niece came up with that story. I don't really get it. She said it would work though. Don't drive forwards. You can't even see your keys, dude. They're like invisible. Oh! What? Visible? What? Magic! Oh! By the way, if you have time, listen to the Fireside Prophets. Whoa! It's dark again. Slide again. Fireside Prophets. Okay, anything you would like to add to the story?
So...
This is blocking your face. Fireside Prophets.
So, this Pelican army that we've been talking about...
The law. It is not the law of the pelicans.
This is really where the guy from Happy Feet came from. This Pelican army. Although he's a penguin, so it doesn't really make sense. He thought he was a pelican. He grew up in Florida. White sandy beaches, good waves, palm trees. But then... The jaguars. They captured him and held him for ransom against the pelicans. But the pelicans were like, he's a penguin. He doesn't belong with us. And Mr. Happy Feet was no longer Mr. Happy Feet. He's Mr. Sad Feet.
Ooh. Organic gardening. I'm going to read all the books on Terry's bookshelf. You ready? Spanish. Sailing. The garden book. Organic gardening. That's pretty much Terry's entire persona. Except the Spanish. I don't know what that's doing there. Maybe he wants to learn Spanish. A natural year? What does that mean? Permaculture. You know, I always say permaculture, even though I'm a part of the permaculture society. Not really. Barefoot architect. That sounds pretty cool.
It's like the Bare Naked Ladies, but barefoot architect.
Mushrooms. There's a gigantic book on mushrooms. End of Oil. That's got to be a freaking scary book, dude. I do not want to read The End of Oil. That's got to be like the scariest doomsday book of all time.
We could never have salads again. We don't have olive oil. No more coconut oil.
Bloomberg. Florida's my element. Florida's my element. Power yoga. Whoa, power yoga. I wonder how many people are doing power yoga right now. I bet you at least 3. You know, at the warrior pose, that's power yoga. That's the only one I know. Crystal Bible. That's fresh. Dude, hold the phone, man. I'm going to grab the Crystal Bible. We need to read at least like 2 sentences. All right, here we go. Okay. Oh, this is so lame. I thought it was like something like the Dark Crystal or something. It's actual crystals. This is lame. The Definitive Guide to Crystals by Judy Hall? Who would buy this book? This book sucks. Sorry, Judy Hall. Who would buy a crystal? Maybe it's actually interesting. Prinite. Attributes. Serene Prinite is a stone of unconditional love and the crystal to heal the healer. Throw up, man. I can't stand this hippie stuff. It's a crystal of pure unconditional love. That's why we have parents. Good parents. You don't need the pretheral crystal. Let's do one more. This is fun. This is like, oh, this one's good. Ooh, tiger's eye. I used to make necklaces out of tiger's eye. Attributes.
Wait, he'd actually kill the tigers first. We need to talk about this because we can't kill any more tigers.
Awesome. This is true. But if they're jaguars, no! Okay. But if they're jaguars, it's okay. Tiger's Eye combines the earth energy with the energies of the sun to create a high vibrational state that is nevertheless grounded, drawing the spiritual energies to earth. Placed on the third eye. Ooh. Dude, it's dark again! Electrical. Oh, it's even brighter now! Fireside Province. Okay, one more and then we'll go. Oh, Zoisite. What are the, who are they?
Mike Love.
Miko.
Mike Love. But no ego! No ego!
Zyosite transmutes negative energies into positive ones and connects to the spiritual realms. Dude, somebody's got to take me to the spiritual realms. That's why we need that rock. With this roll of toilet paper, one in there. Peace!